Hello everybody, and how are you today? This is Sue McCurdy from Susie Q Designs, coming to you live from my scrapbook room. What is everybody doing today? I went to yoga class this morning and now I'm feeling great. I did go skating with my family last night on Valentine's Day night, and we went to Storybook Gardens in London, and it was so fun. We had I booked it in because you have to book your family in, or however many passes you want to get, and you get a time period. So I think we had like an hour and a half to skate, and they have a skating path there and it's all lit up by lights. It's Christmassy, but it's wintry as well, and it's beautiful. So we had a really good time. So then of course I was really sore this morning because I haven't skated in a long time. So using muscles to stabilize myself that I'm not used to using, which was kind of hard on my back, but you know, I'm getting stronger. I'm working out and going to yoga and stuff and trying to get stronger. So that is coming. So today I went to a yin yoga class this morning. And have you ever been to yin yoga? Yin, I don't know what that word means, but it must have something to do with the type of yoga that it is. So the type of yoga that it is it's like stretching yoga, and it's in a hot room. So when you stretch, do the poses that they get you to do, you hold the poses for a long time, so you get a really good stretch. So we worked on our hamstrings, which was great. Mine are really tight from working out, so I don't know, I'm trying to get stronger, but you know, the yoga is really helping. So that's what I did today. And then of course it was snowing like crazy when I came out of there. So it looks like it's still snowing here a little bit, but yeah, this morning it was snowing a lot, so we got a lot of snow. So it was a little slippery out there today. So if you're in St. Thomas or London, Ontario, it's probably a lot of snow on the roads, but the plows are out and making it a lot better. So if you go out, be careful. Okay, so what I have coming up for me in February is I'm doing a bistro burger explosion card at my studio, actually, on February 25th in the morning at 9:30 a.m. If you can come, if you've ever done an explosion card, this one is really fun. The pieces that I used were from the Bistro Burger set, the stamp set and die set, which is a fun set to use. So it's kind of a Father's Day theme. You don't have to make it a Father's Day card, but it's a masculine card, the one that we're doing. So it can be for a man or a woman, but you know, masculine colors. And I'm having a kits collection get together for anybody who buys a kit from me. I do have some on sale here in my studio, so if you want to come, you can just buy a kit at the class, and you just have to pay for your kit, and the class is free. That is on Tuesday, February the 18th at 9:30 a.m. So if you can come, please let me know. And today I'm going to be making a card using the Sea Turtle set. Now the Sea Turtle set is from the annual catalog. It was also in there last year. I've done some cards on it last year with retired colors, so I'm going to redo a card using current colors and see the difference. So I just love the colors that retired, but they're retired now, so got some new colors for the water, using Mossy Meadow and Pool Party for the water, and it looks fabulous. I love it. So we'll be doing that today. And also we have a joining special. If you want to join, you don't even have to sell anything from Stampin' Up. You can stay on as a happy shopper if you like and get 20% off of all your purchases, or you can just get the free stuff that comes with it. So I'm going to talk to you about that too. It is in the Celebration catalog, so I'll show you that. Okay, I'm just going to refresh my feed and find my video. So if anybody comes on, please say hi and let me know where you're joining from. That would be fabulous. And let me know what you're doing this weekend. It's Family Day weekend. So yeah, we did some family stuff last night. It was awesome. Loved it. And my daughter's here from Windsor, so that is great too. Just gonna turn the camera down now and make sure you say hi and let me know where you're joining me from. And I'm gonna try to get that video up on my computer so that I can see your comments. Okay, bear with me for a sec while I turn the camera down. All right, here we go. Sorry about that. What did I do? I snapped it right off. Now I don't know if it's going to switch. It's not. I'm going to restart the video. Okay, sorry guys. Rotate your phone. Okay, it looks like it's going to. Sorry about that. Oh my goodness. That was brutal. Okay. All right, I just got to turn this better. Here we go. Get it facing on my desktop here. Sorry about that. My camera fell right out of the camera holder and made a really loud noise. I'm just going to try to get it on the right spot of my desk. Okay, so that looks pretty good. All right, so I'm just going to show you the catalog that it's from. This is the annual catalog. Okay, so it looks like this, and it is on page 83 of the annual catalog, and it's called Sea Turtle. So this one was featured last year, and it's in this catalog again this year, and this card was made with it. So actually our starfish that we're going to use today are going to look very similar to those because looks like I'm using the same colors. And this one they stamped on the same color of cardstock, and we're going to stamp on white. So I did post the measurements. If you want to make this card, I posted it on a picture and uploaded it, and you can make it along with me if you like. Okay, so these are the other catalogs that are current right now. We have the Celebration catalog, and we have the mini catalog. Okay, so this one goes live until the end of April, and this one is live until the end of February, so February 28th. So I was going to talk to you about the joining special. It should be at the end of this catalog. Here it is, and what we have is, if you join, you get your kit, whatever you order, sent to you for free, so that means no shipping. You can get $165 of products for only $135, plus you can get these for free. So 2 sets of Stampin' Write markers and this stamp set's called Handmade Designs. Or you can just take it all in free products and get $41 of free product, as well as $165 of free product. So that's a really good joining special. So that goes till the end of this month if you'd like to join. And remember, you have no obligation to sell anything or buy anything. You can just get the free stuff. So these are all the things that are in the Celebration catalog right now. The Celebration catalog, the price points on it are $75. So if you spend $75, you can get a free item. So this one is free with a $75 purchase. It's called Documenting the Day. Look at that scrapbook page they made with it. That is beautiful. I have this one free with a $75 purchase as well. It's a card kit called Rainbow Celebration Card Kit. This is called Fruit Salad 6x6 Designer Series paper. You can get it free with a $75 purchase this month. Oh, some of the things have sold out actually. So when you put your order in, it'll tell you what is current. They did add some new items actually as well. Friendly Seagulls, free with a $75 purchase. A friend of mine ordered 2 of those by accident, so I think I'm going to trade a stamp set with her to get that one. This one is called Day to Celebrate, free with a $75 purchase as well. Very cute stamp set. This paper I have, it's free with a $75 purchase. Toadstool Gardens, and it's 6x6, so it's the small paper. This one is free with a $75 purchase. Pick a Season stamp set. And this one is Dance With Me stamp set, free with a $75 purchase. I have this one too. Also, I'm going to be doing a draw for this paper. It is, if you put in an order with me by the end of the month, I will put you into a draw for the Bloom Impressions 12 by 12 Designer Series paper. I have it somewhere over there in my scrapbook room. So these are the colors that it coordinates with. Really pretty paper. Okay, also free with a $150 purchase. Oh, I got these two and I made some cards with it. Beautiful. Love it. Love that set. Very versatile set. Really good for any love cards, Valentine's Day cards. Good for that too. This one is Corner in Bloom. If you like coloring, this would be a good one. Free with a $150 purchase. So that would be really good to use with Stampin' Blends. Here are some cards that they made with it. Very pretty. And then we already talked about that. Yeah, and also there's some new stuff that they added because some of that stuff has sold out. Okay, so the card for today we're making is here, and I'm just going to show you the measurements. I did post this. So for the white pieces, you can take a screenshot of this if you want to make the card, and it shows you all the sizes. So these two are in white. This one is in white. That says 3 7/8 by 5 1/4. 3 3/8 by 5, 3/8 by 3 1/8. These two are in Lost Lagoon. So I've got 4 5 by 3/8, 3 5/8 by 5/8. And this one is Pool Party, and it's 11 by 4 1/8, score at 5 1/2. That one is, so we're going to do the card folding down like that. Okay, and these are the white pieces here. All right, so I'm just going to see if I can find my video on my screen. I haven't been able to find it yet, so let's see if I'm on the right page. I don't know why I'm not seeing it. I think I gotta click on here. I must be on the wrong page. Okay, there we go. Finally found it. Took me a minute. Okay, so there we go. So if you comment, I'll look up at my screen once in a while and see who's following. All right, so let's get started here. So with the card base, the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get my bone folder out and fold that in half so we have a nice card base. So I'm going to get rid of that and fold that in half. So are you getting together with family this weekend? If you're in Canada, it's called the Family Day Weekend, which is great. Great to have some time to spend with family. Okay, and then this one I'm going to use for the sentiment, and this one I'm going to use for the sentiment. I'm going to use the Happy Birthday stamp from a retired stamp set. It looks like that, and it fits really well in that narrow piece of paper that I cut. So this one is from a retired stamp set called Waves of Inspiration. I love anything to do with the sea or the water. I love these stamp sets. So of course I kept that one, and it has a nice Happy Birthday stamp in it. So I'm going to use that one. And my February host code. So if you're putting in an order in the online store, please use the host code there. And if you do an order that's over $200, don't use that host code because you will get some Stampin' rewards, some free stuff. Okay, so I'm just going to take all of these stickers off. So that one's going to go inside. The bigger white one is going to go on the front of the card here. So we're going to stamp those. And this one's going to go on the inside. So I'm just going to move that over to the side, get rid of all the sticky things right now. And let's do the inside of the card. So I think we'll do that first. So the inside is with the smaller white piece of paper. I'm just going to bring in my little Stampin' mat
here. And on my Stampin' mat, I do have my, what do you call this? I forget what that is called. Something polymer stamp pad. I can't remember what it's called. What is it called? Anyways, it's good for stamping and gluing and stuff like that because you can wash it off. And I'm going to bring in the water. So the sea turtle stamp set looks like this. It's so pretty. These stamps are actually like two-sided stamps. You can do the back of the stamp to do the outline of the shape with all of these, and then flip the stamp over, and then you get all of the designs on it. Okay, so that's the back, that's the front, back, front, back, front. There's some water there. So that's a two-sided stamp. Very cool that they did that. Okay, so with the water, what we're going to do is I'm going to do the inside of the card with the water. So the watercolors that I've chosen for this card is Lost Lagoon and Pool Party. So I think what I'll do for the inside of the card is Pool Party is going to be the water, and then I'll do the fish in Lost Lagoon. Okay, so let's do the water first, which is going to be this stamp set, or this stamp. Hi Gay, how are you today? Thanks for watching. What are you up to today? I went to yoga because I was sore from skating last night, of course, because I haven't done that in I don't even know how long. Had to get my skates sharpened, and my skates seemed tight on my feet, so I might have bought too narrow of skates. Okay, so there's my water. So that was a Pool Party, and I'm going to close that up. And then I have the little fishies. I'm going to do the little fishies in Lost Lagoon on this one. Yeah, so do you have any family day plans, Gay? Are you doing scrapbooking? I want to do some scrapbooking today, actually. Okay, so I'm going to press that down, and I'm using this little mat because I'm going to be stamping off of the edge and going onto here, and this I can wash off. And just going to grab a baby wipe. Just gonna grab a baby wipe because I messed up on my stamp set, or on my block I should say. So just gonna continue that off the page, press that down. Looks so pretty. I like it in this color. Very nice. Okay, so I'm gonna close that up. So that's gonna be the inside of my card. All right, so that's done. So the inside is going to look like that. Very pretty. And then let's stamp the outside. So the outside's gonna look like this. So that's gonna go like that. And then this paper is going to fit right inside there. So let's do some more water. I did this card last year with the Retired Colors, Starry Sky, and I forget the other name of that ink, but yeah, it's Retired, so I'm going to do it in this color. Okay, so I'm going to stagger the water on here with Lost Lagoon and Pool Party. So actually, I think I'm going to do the Pool Party first because I already used it on this stamp, so I'm just going to switch it. All right, that will be a good idea. So I'm just going to ink up this stamp, and then I'm going to do it 3 times on here. So 1, I got a nice big block because that is a really big wide stamp. So 1 at the bottom, 1 at the top, and 1 in the middle. And then we're going to stagger the Lost Lagoon in between. Okay, so this one's Pool Party. So I think I'll do it at the bottom, right about there, and then I'll do it in the middle. And then we will stagger with the other color, Lost Lagoon. All right, there we go. Hold it for 3 seconds. Okay, so now I'm going to do the other color. So it's darker than this one, so I'm not going to worry about cleaning off my stamp. I'm just going to leave it. Switch to Lost Lagoon. And now I'm going to ink it up with the Lost Lagoon. It's darker than the Pool Party, so I'm not going to worry about cleaning it. So let's stagger it in between. Look at how pretty that is. Oh, I just love it. Pretty colors for water. So there we go. And make sure you say hi and let me know where you're joining me from. And if you are joining me on YouTube, please say hi and let me know where you're joining me from as well. That would be great. Okay, so there we are done, the background of that. And then now we can do the turtle. All right, so I'm just gonna close that up. So you do need another piece of paper for the turtle and just use white. So these are my two backgrounds that I did. This one I stamped it a little bit darker. This one is a little bit lighter, but they're very similar, same colors. And now we're going to do the turtle. So let me grab a piece of white paper for my turtle. And let me see if I cut one. Okay, so I just need a white, big enough for the turtle though. And then I'll show you how I stamped that. So let me grab a white piece. And I'm using basic white for that. So that should fit on there. Get a scrap. Okay, so I'll show you how I did my turtle. So on here, this is the back. So it's the flat side. Remember, these are two-sided stamps, these ones. So I just want to decide on a color for the back of it. And I'm going to use a light color for the back, or you could use a dark color. So this one, I used Mossy Meadow for the back. And then for the front, I also used Mossy Meadow, and then I used some Calypso Coral in here. So I think what I'm going to do is I'll try to recreate this one, and then I'll show you some other ones that I did last year, or a couple weeks ago. I did some in a different color. So I'm going to do some Calypso Coral to get the coral on there, and then I'll do the Mossy Meadow. But we're going to do that on the other side. So I'm going to try to do the Mossy Meadow. I think what I'll do is I'll stamp off on the back, and then it will be lighter, and then you'll be able to see the texture of the other side when I stamp that. So let's try that. So if I ink it all up and stamp off, it won't be as dark. Okay, so I'll just stamp off on here, and then I'll stamp on here. Okay, good. So it's lighter. You can see it's lighter than that one. And then I'm going to clean off the stamp, and then I'm going to flip it over and do the other side. So these, I see there was a lot of ink on there actually. So these stamps are pretty fun because you can do both sides of them. So let's turn that over, and then I'm going to try to get this one right over top of the other one. And I'm going to do some Calypso Coral, and I'm going to try to do that in the middle. Okay, and then I think I'm going to take some of it off, and then I'm going to do the Mossy Meadow on the other parts. We'll see how that turns out. So these are kind of fun because you can make them all different if you want to. And just try to stamp it over top of the other image. And then it looks good. So it's gonna hold that for 3 seconds and see how it turned out. Cool, I like it. Just gonna wipe that off. So that turned out really nicely. I like that one. Okay, so I don't have dies for this. I don't think this one came with dies. So, wow, I actually like that one better than I like this one because I stamped off. This one I didn't stamp off, so it's a lot darker. Beautiful though. Okay, so because I don't have a die for it, I need to fussy cut it. And I was at a crop a couple weeks ago with my friends, and one of my friends offered to fussy cut it for me because I did a few cards because I was finishing up some card kits that I made, and I'm not the best at fussy cutting. I'm getting better at it, but some people are really good at it. And my friend Judy, thanks Judy, fussy cut a lot of my turtles out for me when we were at that crop. So I did a bunch of cards. So I'll show you the ones that I did. See, I'm not perfect at it, but it looks nice if you leave a little bit of a white line around the outside of it. But I'm getting arthritis in my hand and it's hard for me to do it. So unfortunately my fussy cutting is not the best, but it's not too bad. All right. They say to move the paper instead of the scissors to do good fussy cutting. Okay, so I did most of it off camera so it wouldn't take so long. So these are my turtles. So I'm going to put this one on the card, and I'm going to use that background. So my card's going to look like this. Well, that looks actually pretty good because it's dark. This one might have blended in a lot with the water because of all the texture, and it's very similar colors. So it might have blended in a lot. This one will show up more, I think, on that. All right, so now for the stars, the starfish. So I'm using Calypso Coral and Petal Pink. So I'm going to do Petal Pink on the flat side, so that it will be the background of it, and so it will be nice and light. I'm going to bring my stamp pad back in. Put it under here. I don't need this mat because I'm not going to be stamping off. I'm just going to show you how I make them. So we'll do Petal Pink for the background, and I'll do one large, and then I'm going to wash that off. Sorry, I need to get another baby wipe. So I gotta wash that off and then flip it over. Okay. Do you guys snack while you are crafting? I have some snacks that I brought with me, and this is funny. We were looking in the kitchen the other day, my grandson was over, so I've got some Lay's chips, and my grandson was over, so he was trying to peel that, so we left that. So I'm gonna eat that after. But what a silly boy. He's 6 years old. 6-year-olds are great. Okay, so you know what? I need to do 2 little ones. So I'm going to turn those over too. So I'm going to do the flat side in Petal Pink. And as I said, it looks like these are the colors they used in the catalog. Their stars look very similar to the way these ones are going to turn out. So I'm going to do 2 little ones and a big one. So I could do that, and then I'll need to fussy cut them out as well. This is what they look like when they're fussy cut out. Oops, got a piece of hair on there. So they look like that. And you know what? I didn't do the white border around those ones. Okay, so I'm going to clean that off, and then we're going to switch to the other side. And the other side we're going to do with Calypso Coral, and it's darker, so it'll pick up all of the texture on the starfish. So switch that, open that up, and then I'm going to try to get that in the right spot. Oh, that's not bad. That looks pretty good. Looks very similar to those ones. And one more, and then we can switch to the big one. Let's clean that off. Bring in the big one. Get a little ink on that. Yeah, that is the right side. Okay, good. And then try to get that in the same spot. Okay, so that's how those turn out. So I can put 6 or 3 on the card, depending on what look I want. I did some cards that had 3, like a big one and 2 little ones, and then I just put it at the bottom, and then I did some cards where I had 3 at the bottom and 3 at the top. So it's up to you how many you want to do and how much fussy cutting you want to do. All right, so let's put it together. Oh, we still need to stamp the sentiment, actually. So let me put these down. And I need to bring in my stamp, which says Happy Birthday. So the darkest color that I have on this card is Mossy Meadow, which I used on the background of the turtle. So I think I'm going to do Mossy Meadow on it, or I could do this color, which is Lost Lagoon. So let's see how Mossy Meadow looks. If it doesn't look good, I could match it with that and do the same color. I'm just going to bring it down here so I can see what I'm doing, because I can't get my head underneath that. Okay, so I made a bit of a mess there because I got ink all around it, and I forgot you don't need to do a stamp pad with these because there's already a pad. Like, these are already padded stamps, so I don't really need to use the stamp pad for this. So I'm going to turn it over. So that's what that color would have looked like. I think I'm going to switch it and do the Lost Lagoon, because then it will match the background of the cardstock that I used there. So let me switch to Lost Lagoon, and I'll get rid of my pad, move that out of the way, and then hopefully I don't ink up my, oh, I did. I made such a mess. Okay, I'm not doing a good job with inking it up today because I'm getting it all on the outside, and then if I press too hard, I make a mess on it. So I'm just going to clean it off. I'm going to dry it off by tapping it on the paper. I'm going to try to tap it very gently so that I don't get it all over the stamp. And I did it again. So I'm just going to kind of wipe it off and try not to stamp it too hard. So I'm just going to bring this down so I can see it. Sorry if my head gets in the way. Try to stamp that. Okay, so that's what that looks like. Okay, not too bad. It's a tiny bit crooked because I couldn't really get my head over it. I do a better job when I can see directly down on it. Okay, so let's put this together now. So the inside is going to look like that. So I'm just going to bring in my glue, my Tombow, and where are my tweezers? Grab some tweezers here. So I like to use tweezers so I don't get glue all over my fingers.
Do you do that?
Some people don't. And I think I have a glue that is pretty much empty. Let me try a different one. Okay. So that's the inside. So I'm just going to glue that flat. Look how pretty it looks. I love it when you coordinate the colors. They look so pretty. So there we go. And then the outside, we're going to do this right there. So remember, this color is Lost Lagoon. Turn that over. And I did order a paper pumpkin this month, so that should be coming soon. So I'll be doing a video on what's in the next paper pumpkin soon when I get it. I'm gonna try to get that so it's even. I got a little bit too close to that edge. Okay. And now I'm gonna glue this down. Yeah, I like the colors. These colors are really pretty for the water. I like. And then I can put on my starfish and my sea turtle. Try to get that centered there. Okay. Put a little bit of glue on the back here. Glue that down. And then I'm going to use dimensionals to pop it up. Try to get that centered there. Yeah, so I think I'm going to pop up the sentiment and my turtle and my starfish. So I could put 6. I think I'll do 3 on this card just to save some time. And I'll just kind of place it about how I think it might look nice, and then I'll glue them down. So I'm going to glue this one down, and then I'm going to pop up all the other ones. So let's do that one like that. Hold that down for a sec. Okay, so now I'm going to pop up the rest so that it's over top of there. So I'm going to bring in some dimensionals, and because this is so thin, actually no, I can fit a big one on there. So I'm going to use the regular size Stampin' Dimensionals on here. I'm just going to bring in my take your pick tool, and then I'll put the regular size Stampin' Dimensionals on there. Ooh, I just did something that I've never done before. So what happened is the paper backing came off of these ones, so it's sticking to me. That usually doesn't happen. It must have came off over there, so it's pretty sticky. Okay, so I'm just going to use my take your pick tool to get off the backs of that, and then I'm going to overlap it. I'm going to try to get it straight here. I'm going to overlap it over top a little bit of that starfish there, and then I'm going to place that one like that. So I'm going to put a little bit of glue there and a couple of Stampin' Dimensionals close to here. So close to where I'm holding it on the tweezer. I think I'll only need one. And then I'll put a bit of glue here because that one's going to go over top of my sentiment. So I glued that right there. So I'll put it like that. Forgot to take the backing off of there. Do that. Okay, put a little bit more glue on there. So that will hold on there, and press that down, and that will pop up off my page. It looks so pretty, love it. Okay, now I'm going to need a bunch of Stampin' Dimensionals to go on the back of my sea turtle. So I'll get a bunch off of here. It looks so good popped up with the dimension. Love it. So this is a really nice stamp set. If you want to order it, it's a lot of fun. And maybe one more over here. Then I'm going to need one on my last starfish there. Okay. So we'll get all of the backings off of here. It doesn't want to come off. There we go. All right. Got them off. Get rid of the mess over here in my garbage can. All right, so I will put that right about here so that I have space to put my other starfish. I'm gonna put that right there. Go put that one there like that. There we go. So there is my beautiful card made with the Sea Turtle stamp set from the annual catalog. Look how good that turned out. And like I said, you could put 6 there. I'm going to show you the other cards that I made with the retired colors. So I did this one. So that's Orchid Oasis and Starry Sky. So those are retired. And look at how good that sea turtle turned out. That one looks beautiful. And that's the one I made on camera today. So this one I did with a different background color. It was a brown that I did on the back of that. Can't remember, it might have been Crumb Cake or another brown. And this one was with Mossy Meadow. Looks pretty. Okay, so there's that one. And that's how the inside looks. Here's another one that I did. And here's another one that I did. So these ones I did with the same color. So I just did Calypso Coral. I didn't use the petal pink on it. So that's how they look if you do it just the one color. And I did them dark. I stamped them dark. This one I stamped even darker. Look at how dark those look. That looks pretty too though. But what a fun stamp set. Lots of different texture that you get from these stamps. And there they are. So I've got them all done. All right. Thank you so much for joining me today. Have a great day, everybody. Enjoy your Family Day weekend. Bye-bye.